If it isn't you again, Alex. I've been lead here to investigate the raping and maybe the killing of a girl named Lisa Edelstein, or how everyone calls her Little Miss Gamer. One of your neighbors have said that you are indeed the killer and that, if you did kill her, you would be sentenced to the electric chair.
No. I think it was Mike Matthei that actually did it. He beat Little Miss Gamer with his bare hands in a baby cham rage, his disgusting oversprayed 70s haircut. It's a fire hazard.
I figured out it wasn't you. I checked out your basement and the whole floor was covered with game cartridges. Literally, like 5 feet high. However, in a certain area where I stepped, it sounded like a woman screaming that had duct tape over her mouth. Care to explain this?
It must have been my Shaun the Sheep stuffed action figure. With realistic clenching sphincter action. Don't you think it would be Mike Matthei? Think about it this way. You know that terrible Captain S and AVGN Christmas special? Well, Mike wasn't in around 3 AVGN videos right after that special. Because Captain S was brainwashing James to appear in more specials and to tell Mike to fuck off. However, Captain S figured out that, since he leached enough popularity from James, he should start his own shitty company, which was the creation of PBC. Everything was going normal until that fight he appeared in where he got his ass kicked. James hanged out with Captain S more. So Mike wanted to kill him 2 years later by realistically shoving games up Captain S's ass, and Mike started raping him and dressing up like the eggplant wizard.
We checked your IP for Little Miss Gamer's address on Craigslist, and it showed you stalking her hundreds of times.
Craigslist, what a joke. How that ever became a success with a name like that is anyone's guess. I preferred the much superior Schindler's List.
But Mike Matthei, out of all people, I wouldn't think of him as some sort of bad man.
He fapped to Mickey Rourke. Does that make him a bad person? Who wouldn't want to kill Captain S? My testicles being cut off with a rusty sword would be funnier than Captain S. He is a man-child with a motorcycle t-shirt all those days staying up late watching Raucous Modern Life. Do you know what Captain S was up to? I know what he tried to do. I stopped his plans of making a race of atomic internet supermen. He hired Helsing 920 to be his assistant. And he kidnaps people and shows them episodes of the new adventure of Captain S. If they don't like it, Captain S will put the haters in a den where an octopus will eat them up.
Have you been sniffing your Dawn soap today? You're saying the same exact fucking plot of Bride of the Monster, that terrible Ed Wood flick.
Me and Ed Wood are both alike. We both fought for our freedoms, we capitalized a star's success, and we both look fetching in pink.
Were you molested on the plane by a drunk Disney executive?
I think I can arrest you, officer. You see, you were on my Facebook while I was flirting with my little cousin, right? And you looked at a picture of me when I was young. Wouldn't that make you the criminal? Looking at someone younger than you. And you're acting pretty Jewish here. Are you Jewish? If you say no, I resurrect Herman Goring to sit on you till you suffocate.
You and this the Jew who calls people Jewish, if they Jewish or not. I'm fucking Italian. I'm Tony Stromboli.
Look, if we were movies, you would be like Deathstalker 3, while I would be Incredible Melting Man, far superior. And even on IMDb, Deathstalker 3 has 1.7, while Incredible Melting Man has 2.7. Okay, fine, bad movie choice. I'm like Laser Blast, while you were like Escape 2000. When I watched that terrible movie, it had me just forget about the Bronx and make me leave it.
You live in Canada for all your life, you stupid shit. And that Laser Blast movie was garbage. Ron Masak and Eddie Deezen acting like they were paid a mellow yellow for their whole performance. Roger Ebert gave it 3 stars, that legendary crybaby. I think you should listen to Leonard Maltin more. You should also listen to Chris Bores.
Chris Bores, oh yeah, a man of great taste. Playing Contra mode on easy with a Game Genie.
There was some evidence, Captain S sending a letter through Morse code saying that you tied him up, and you were going to do what your uncle did when you were 6 years old. You were also going to make sure that he never makes another video again, and that you would have him glued to the seat and he would be forced to watch according to Jim.
Oh yeah, Morse code. Name me one person on this planet that actually uses that shit. Not even MacGyver would use it. I was the one being raped by Captain S. I was forced to reenact what would have been the second season of the show. And in the last episode of the second season, I had to dress up like the bad guy and be raped by him. Then he was like, we must kill the Batman, and later he did this, he stole my dance moves. That's already a crime. You can assure me, this is as much of the truth as me getting Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Since you're some gaming fanatic, I guess you really didn't do it. Oh, and change your shirt, it looks like you stole something from the Salvation Army.